What's good, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning into my first ever YouTube Thank you guys for tuning into my first ever YouTube review. This will be a review over Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. This will be an honest review, so if there's anything I didn't like about the park, I will express that in hopes for it to be better. Now, for things to do at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, you have of course, you have your roller coasters, you have your family rides, you have your kids rides, and you have your entertainment. Now, I will be talking about the dry park instead of the water park in this video because I have not visited the water park, so I can't really elaborate on the experience. So for my first thing I will talk about is the ticket prices. Online, the ticket prices say, oh, we have a sale of $54.99. Buy your tickets online, and then as soon as you buy your tickets online versus fees and parking, it'll end up to about like $80+, which is like pretty dumb. They should just say $80. So I didn't pay online because that one I was not gonna do. And the next one I would have to say going to the park. It was kind of advertised for $74.99, so I was expecting to pay $75 at the gate, but as soon as we got to the park, it was automatic like $22 parking. So that one was like, and then we got to the ticket booth to purchase the tickets, and it turned out to be like $81, which I understand taxes and everything, but they should have just told us flat out what it's going to be instead of like saying all these discounted prices and saving money and blah blah blah. Next, I'm going to talk about the rides. So as soon as you get in the park, the first thing you see is the Goliath, and that was the first ever inverted B&M coaster I've ever ridden. And I have to say, it wasn't the most intense ride, but it was really fun. It was a good start off to the park, and I like the views. As soon as you hit the park, you just see it like right there. The next roller coaster I did ride was the Boomerang. I enjoyed the Boomerang thoroughly. I've never ridden a Vekoma Boomerang before, but I can say from my first experience, it was really fun. It was kind of faster than what I thought it was going to be. The next coaster I did ride was the Superman. It's Superman Krypton coaster. Sorry for the stuttering. The Superman Krypton coaster was super fun, very smooth. I heard it was one of the best B&M floorless coasters in the world or United States, or one of them, one or the other. It was one of the best, and so I thoroughly enjoyed that. I loved how they had this like quarry type wall, this like rock wall that the roller coaster like comes off of, then it goes back on it again. It was a good experience. The next ride I ridden was the Batman. This one was just like a filler ride. It wasn't really a chore, but I hated the line in that ride. The line was super long. The operations for this line was like really bad. I had to wait literally like over an hour just to ride like a 30-second ride. I mean, it was okay, but I feel like there needs to be better placement because I hate how there's like super slow wait times. Okay, long story short, I hate long lines. So the next ride I've ridden was the Poltergeist. Luckily, I've got to ride this ride because it was closed all day. So I got to ride it around 5 p.m. when it opened up. So I was literally one of like the first people to get on the ride that day. And I actually kind of surprisingly liked this ride. I think it was like one of the best rides in the park. I think it's another clone. It's called the Joker. It's in Six Flags over Texas, but who cares? But yeah, the Poltergeist is really fun. I love the speed. I love the launch. I love everything about it. The only thing I didn't like about it was the brakes at the end. The brakes really jerked my head and it gave me like a headache like nearly the whole day, and I had to kind of ignore it. But after all that, the ride was pretty decent, pretty solid 2 rides. But one thing I can say about the Batman ride, I just wish the line operations was better. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Next is the Roadrunner Express. The Roadrunner Express. Now, I actually have ridden this hyper. I don't even know if it's a hyper coaster or not, but it felt like a hyper coaster. It seems like one, looks like one. So I'm going to call it a hyper mine train coaster. Bam. So I actually kind of was unexpectedly, surprised by this ride again. It was one of the more thrilling rides at the park. Kind of a family ride, but it was pretty thrilling to me. I actually liked it a lot. I wasn't expecting the line to be so long. But hey, whose fault is that? I came at 1 p.m. on a weekend, so that was kind of my fault. So the lines, who cares? But I really enjoyed this ride. I like the turns. I like the speed of the ride. It was a pretty decent ride. The next, I've ridden the Scream Drop Tower. Now, the drop tower is 205 feet. It launched me up like God knows where. I was screaming like a little girl. I don't care what anybody says. Laugh all you want. I don't care. I don't care. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this ride. I enjoyed everything about the park. About the boardwalk area, I didn't really get to, ride much over there, but I did ride the Fireball, if that's what it's called. I've ridden the Fireball. Yeah, the Fireball. What is the Fireball? The Fireball. It was like that, looper ride. It's not a coaster. Get with the program. It is not a roller coaster. So, yeah, we can debate about this all day. It's not a roller coaster. So yeah, I actually like the Fireball. This one was pretty fast, actually. That was the only Fireball I've ridden my whole life, and I actually screamed like a little girl. But it wasn't the one it wasn't, it wasn't the only one I've ridden, but it was the fastest one I've ever ridden in my life. It was pretty fast and it was pretty scary and kind of traumatizing a little bit. But next would have to be the Iron Rattler. I've ridden the Iron Rattler at nighttime, and I've heard that. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I was watching Coastal Studios, and he said that the best ride would be have to be in the back. So I've ridden it in the back, and it was highly, highly, highly good. Highly recommended. I highly recommend the Iron Rattler to a friend. It's like they can't just go and do it themselves. But I do recommend it to a friend to ride in the back. Yeah, it was pretty good. So I liked everything about it pretty much. I liked the back. I wasn't expecting the zero G roll to be on a wooden hybrid coaster, which pretty much 9 times out of 10 they are done with me. But that was my first ever RMC roller coaster I've ridden. And yeah, pretty much everything just happened so fast. It's like as soon as I got off, everything happened so fast. It was like, whoa, what just happened? So I couldn't, as soon as I went home, I couldn't really picture the ride in my head because it happened so fast. In a blink of an eye, it was over with. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. The drop was great. I just wish as soon as you go over that first hill, over that first drop, I wish that the chain lift would be a little faster just to keep the ride, going, because I hate slow drops then going fast. As soon as you go up, I hate that. But hey, it is what it is. It was a great ride. I didn't do the go-karts, and I didn't even see the bumper cars. It's called the Vendor Bender. I didn't see anything. Didn't see it at all. So I didn't know where it was. Didn't really care for it. I just wanted to ride the roller coasters, to be completely honest with you guys. I did ride the Pandemonium. Now the Pandemonium, I wasn't sure if I liked it or not. It was actually kind of, like a family / kids ride. It was okay. It was a filler ride. It was just something to say that I've done to the park. I wouldn't really necessarily ride it again, but if I had time, I would. Pretty much everything that I've just said, I pretty much did at the park. This was just a freestyle review. Nothing too crazy, nothing too professional. I don't try to edit my videos to where it's But I rode this twister ride. I forgot what it's called. I forgot the name for it, the proper name. But it's called the Dirt Twister. It sucked. I've waited in line for 30 minutes for that, and it was super uncomfortable. I wish they would take it out and put a frisbee swing slide. Sorry, not a slide. A frisbee. A frisbee spinner, something like the Freak Out that you'll see something like a carnival, at a Revolution. There you go, Revolution. I didn't really ride anything else because of the super long wait times. And this isn't even in the summertime right now. This was in the beginning of the park being opened. So I was actually surprised to see that many people come. But there are people who have season passes and stuff. While I did visit the park. It was the 25th anniversary, I think, and they gave away these passes that lasted all the way until September 10th of 2017, which I wasn't expecting, and it was a pretty good, surprise to me. And yeah, so that was my review on Six Flags Fiesta Texas. I know this wasn't the most professional video on YouTube about this park, and pretty much that's what my channel is going to be about. And thank you guys for tuning into the video. There will be more videos on more parks I have visited around the USA. And feel free to leave a suggestion on which park I should do or visit in the world, because I would love to have more experience. I want to travel. I want to go to events. I want to be a part of the media. That is my dream. I want to do everything roller coasters. I'm going to keep it crazy, keep it cool. So, I'm being myself. So if I like the park, I like it. If I don't, I don't. It is what it is. But this video, I did like the park. So feel free to subscribe for more content and more entertainment. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for doing both. Goodbye. Thank you. Subscribe, like, share.